What's going on, Gifted Hands family? It is Elijah here bringing you another lesson, and today we're going to be talking about gospel piano harmony and theory. Really, it don't even got to be piano, but really anybody could use this. Bass players, guitar players, organists, keyboardists, whatever. But gospel harmony and theory in the key of A flat major, all right? All right, so how do we play in A flat major? How do we get comfortable playing in it? What are the fundamentals to be able to play in A flat? What is the extra stuff that will make us sound, intermediate, make us sound like an advanced player? We're gonna talk about all of those things here today. Let's dive into it, all right? So the very first thing you need to know if you wanna play in A flat major is going to be your major scale. Simple, right? Major scale. So A flat major scale is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All right, so A flat scale has 4 flats, right? A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat. The rest are white notes. So 4 black notes and 3 white notes. Cool. That's our A flat major scale. So after you learn your major scale, you get comfortable with that, being able to play that up and down and contrary motion and back together, all that good stuff. Then what you want to learn is your diatonic chords. So what are the diatonic chords? Diatonic chords just correspond and correlate with the major scale, right? So for the major scale has 7 notes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Every single major scale on the piano, there's 12 major scales. All 12 of those major scales have 7 notes, okay? And so those 7 notes, each of the 7 notes of the scale has a corresponding chord that goes along with it. And that's where we get our diatonic chords from. So those could be triads, which we would call diatonic triads, or we could just say diatonic chords, which would could be sevenths. Whoops, my bad. That's not that's not a seventh. It could be a 7th chord, major, minor, dominant, half diminished, all those different types of 7th chords. Or it could be even an extended chord, meaning it has a 9th in there, or a 13th in there maybe, or our minor chords could have an 11 in there. They could have a 13. Where's it at? They could have the 6 or the 13 in there, right? Same thing. So we have these diatonic chords, right, that we want to learn. So for A flat major, here's our diatonic chords: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. There we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, those are our diatonic chords. And yeah, that's the second thing we need to learn, okay? So you got your major scale, you got your diatonic chords. After you learn your diatonic chords, the next step, the third thing that we want to learn to get comfortable with playing A flat major is going to be what we call the cycle of fifths. The diatonic cycle of fifths. And all that means is that we have this progression that's formed in every major key, and it's going to be 2, 5, 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. And you can call it the diatonic cycle of fourths or fifths. It just depends on how you look at it, but fourths or fifths. I just call it the cycle of fifths, right? And yeah, so the first time you learn this, you want to start off with pretty much your diatonic harmony, which would just be the 2 chords minor, the 5 chord is dominant, the 1 chord is major, the 4 chord is major, the 7 chord is half diminished. Most of the time, when it comes to the 3 chord, I like to play it as dominant, just because it helps the progression resolve a little bit smoother when we go to the 6. Diatonically, the 3 is supposed to be minor, right? So if we're doing 7, 3, 6, that would be a diatonic 7, 3, 6. But I like to make the 3 dominant, or just because a dominant chord has a stronger resolution than a minor chord, okay? So quick harmony tip lesson. So yeah, that's our cycle of fifths: 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, and then let's do it again. 2, 5, 1, 4, 7. Where are we at? 3, 6. So there's a bunch of different ways to play that. As you can see, we can play it in a basic way with just 7th chords, or we can really extend it and practice different chord voicings. We can practice different alterations. We can practice extensions all through this simple exercise. If you want to keep it simple, but just play basic 7th voicings. If you want to stretch yourself, start incorporating things like chord extensions. Start incorporating alterations, chord alterations. You can incorporate rootless chord voicings. There's so many different things that you can work on in this one simple exercise. So here we go. 2. One more time. 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 6 dominant, 2, 5, 1, 4. All that is just that same progression. I'm just playing it in a bunch of different ways, right? But 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. And as you just saw, like I like to really experiment with that exercise, just because there's so many chord possibilities or harmonic possibilities when it comes to this progression. It really allows you time to get familiar with different sounds and different types of chords. But yeah, you can really have some fun with that exercise. All right, that's like a nice warm up I usually do when I'm just sitting at the piano. To really just like stretch your ear. It stretches your ear if you're experimenting with all these different chord voicings and alterations and different types of chords. And then it, once again, kind of back to the fundamental side of it. It gives you all of the chords that you would really need to play in A flat major, right? So the diatonic chords give you the 1 through the 7 chord, right? And then your cycle of fifths exercise gives you those same 1 through 7 chords, just in a different order, right? So the diatonic chords and the cycle of fifth chords are all the same 7 chords. You're still going through all the chords of each key, but like I said, it just gives you a different way to play them, a different order to play them. So you're thinking about it like kind of using not two different parts of your brain, but you're thinking about it in 2 different ways. And then the cycle of fifths allows you to take it a step further and start experimenting with the different chord qualities for those chords, okay? So those are the main 3 things, the fundamentals that you got to learn to be able to play an A flat major. Those are the 3 things. After you learn those fundamentals, then what you can do is find ways to continue to stretch yourself. Because like for gospel, for jazz, we're not just playing our chords. Even if a song is an A flat major, it's probably going to have some chords that might be outside of the key, or some chords that are not diatonic, meaning they don't follow the basic major scale, right? So how do we stretch ourselves after we've learned the fundamentals? So one way that I like to continue to stretch myself and the musicians that I teach and train is just to find songs that challenge you, right? Find challenging songs in any specific key that you're trying to get comfortable with. So in this case, A flat major. You want to find songs in A flat major that are going to have challenging chord progressions, or just maybe even timing things that you're not familiar with. Just stuff that's going to stretch you as a musician, right? And continue to help you improve. So there's an older song that I'm thinking about called When the Battle's Over. I think it's written by Walter Hawkins. And it just goes like this, all right? So 1, 2, 3. Something like that, right? So that's when the battle's over. And so like a song like that, if you're not used to playing songs at that tempo or that chord progression, that might stretch you. And there's some songs, I like a song like this because there's some passing chords and just some basic chords in the progression, in the song's progression, that don't belong to A flat major and that aren't really common, right? So you want to find songs with uncommon chord progressions, uncommon chord changes, uncommon hits, rhythmic things going on, right? All those things are going to challenge us and help us to learn and grow. So let's walk through this song real quick. So it starts off with the intro. The intro is usually just instrumental, and it's da 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 bum bum bum. All right, so there's our intro, right? And all we're doing in A flat, so we're gonna go 2, 1 over 3 to the 4. That's how the song's starting off. 1, 2, 3, or I'm tripping. 2, 3, 4. My bad. And as you see, I like to keep the chord voicing. I like to keep my hands in the same position, just changing my chord voicing, right? I don't want to be moving, especially with the song that's up tempo like this. I'm not trying to move all around, or we're not jumping all around, right? We're staying pretty much in one position, and we're just trying to move our fingers, not our hands. So 2, 3, 4. Then I do 1 over 5. And you can think of this as like the 3 chord as a dominant or E diminished. Here's basic voicing. E diminished to the F minor, to the 6. So 2, 3, 4. 1 over 5. Sharp 5 to the 6. You can pass. Passing chord back to the 2. So yeah, that's the basic version for the intro. 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 1 over 5, sharp 5, 6. Okay. And then so we do that I think twice. Actually, so that's 2, 3. So we do that 3 times, right? We play that progression 3 times, and then I think the words are "We're going home." So for that, easiest way to do it is 2, 5, or 2, 5, 2, 5 to the 1. We're going home. 2, 5, and your right hand can stay the same. You just play a D flat major chord in your right hand. Your left hand hits the 2. Left hand hits the 5. Right hand stays the same. Resolve it to the 1. Okay? And that's the intro. It's over. All right, and then they go into I guess that's the chorus technically. Don't wait till the battle's over, shout now. But yeah, we're going into the chorus. So that is 1 to the 1 over 3. Then we're gonna go flat 7, 4. And going back to the flat 7. You know in the 4, you're gonna win 1. And then lick. Flat 7, 4, 1. So really, we could just rock with that. 1 chord inverted. Now I'm playing like a 1 dominant chord to flat 7, 4. Flat 7 to the 4, you're gonna win. Don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now. So you just repeat that over and over again for the verse, right? 1, don't wait till the battle is over. 1 inverted. And I like to add the flat 7 to make that chord dominant to the 4. Or flat 7, 4. Flat 7 again to the 4. And you can make the 4 dominant to the 1. Okay, and then moving forward, the song goes to they do da, 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 da. 7, and then we're gonna hit 7. So 7, 3, and now this is a verse, I guess we'd call it. And da, 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 or 7, 3. 3 is dominant to the 6 to the 2, and then we go out of the key. So that's when you 7, 3, 6, 2. We're gonna go way out of the key, and we're gonna do like a 2, 5, 1 to take us to C minor. So D minor, G dominant, and it's gonna be altered to the 3, and then they resolve that to 3. So 7, 3, 6, 2, 2, 5 to get to the 3. And then we're gonna do 3, 6, 2, 1. Let's do it again. 7, 3. So the second time around, 7, 3, 6, 2. Right? And then we go back into the chorus, which when the battle is over, when the battle is over, when the battle is over, when the battle is over. All right, so just quick, I'm not gonna go over the whole song. I just kind of wanted to break down some of the chords for you so you can know like what's going on in that tune, right? But to look at the tune, there's some weird chords in here, like D minor. We're in A flat major. This song is in A flat major. So why the heck is there a D minor chord in there, right? You may be wondering, like, so this is just a 2, 5 or a 2, 5 to take us to the 3 chord of our key, because 1, 2, 3. C minor is the 3 of A flat major. So they're creating some passing chords, passing progressions to take us from place to place to place, right? But that's not regular per se. You might not be used to seeing that. So by learning challenging songs, by learning songs that we're unfamiliar with, it's gonna expand you, it's gonna stretch you, and like learning things like that. Because if you learn this song, you kind of gotta learn that. You gotta learn that progression, right? So I just urge you, hey, continue to learn new music, continue to learn challenging songs. After you learn the fundamentals of a key, go find some challenging songs in whatever key it is that you're trying to get comfortable with playing in. And it's gonna help you drastically when you see like different ways to play in the same key, different chord progressions that you can come up with in the same key. All that can be done by just learning tunes and learning songs, right? And so if you want help learning challenging songs, I've created an academy, Gifted Hands Academy, and this is just an online academy. You can log in 24/7, 365 days out of the year, and we teach challenging songs like these, even unless it's not really challenging after you learn it, right? But we learn songs in the academy that are gonna stretch your playing ability, that are gonna teach you new theoretical concepts, new technical things. Like, we're gonna teach everything that you need to really improve your playing. So check out Gifted Hands Academy, the link will be in the description. And other than that though, just use all the information in this video and get to practice and get to grinding. Hopefully this helped you, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a blessed day. Stay safe out here.